All right, let's begin with our first big story. Nigeria has stepped up its social security policy in the year 2017, with the government flagging off the payment of 5,000 naira, about $16 monthly, to 1 million vulnerable Nigerians.
Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to Vice President Yemi Oshibajo Laolu Akande says government effected the payment through the conditional cash transfer, that's your CCT, of the Government Social Investment Program (SIP), which was reflected in the 2016 budget. Akande reveals that many of the beneficiaries have already reported receiving their first payments in the first batch that commenced last week.
Meanwhile, the issue of how the funds will be distributed also formed the basis of discussion recently at the Senate. Let's play that back for you to watch.
Borno State particularly, and some states in the northeast, are not only offline but are almost offland. Some of us are displaced all over the country.
We have received some communication from Nigerians that are saying that why don't we share this money into the 770 something local governments, that it will translate to 600 million per local government, and that cottage industries, education and health can be rejuvenated. While this might be a good talk, the issue is that of implementation.
Let's domicile this thing into state. Let's get the people to register. Even if the World Bank wants to come, they can send their people to the local government headquarters. How do you ask people to come and register from a place I'm representing like the Iwajowa in Ijio, where there's no even network for ordinary telephone?
We asked for the BVN numbers of each of the beneficiaries. When we got that information, we gave it to NIBS. NIBS compared the names with the BVN numbers. Out of the 200,000, only about 4,000 were not matched. And so we have recruited those people. We have their names, we have their numbers. We've even done random testing. Every single local government in this country has responded. We have.
This is the most up-to-date information that she has received 25 billion, and that not 80. She has received 25 billion, and she's expecting additional 40.
Yes.
I think we should talk about that.
All right, those are the basic issues in there. Joining us now is the social commentator, Shola Omolayo. Shola, good morning.
Good morning.
And Happy New Year.
Good morning, Nigeria. Happy New Year.
All right. Now, the commencement of the 5,000 naira social intervention program or scheme of the government, a lot of people, even within the political party, are still skeptical about it. A lot of Nigerians are still skeptical about it, or maybe they don't understand how it is. Why this at this time, when it is supposed to be something that should make Nigerians happy?
Because we don't have the information of what is going on. We're just hearing this from the media, and you just get to ask questions. What is the yardstick? How did they come about these less privileged, as I would say? Because these are the most vulnerable of the society. So how do they come about them? I'm hearing something like BVN here. The poor man that I know, the last time I checked that he goes to the bank must have been when he was working. So how did they get this number?
According to the government.
Yes, who are these people?
There is a social register based on World Bank data. The World Bank is a development partner and they work with most vulnerable.
When was it done? Which of the World Bank? How did they get into that statistic?
There's just one World Bank.
One World Bank. Yes, I know.
Okay.
At what time? Which of the media get to tell us that such a thing is going on in Nigeria? That even a state authority has started criticizing the same program. The Legislative House has started criticizing it, which means a lot of us are in the dark of this whole show. You are talking of 1 million people, 9 states. Come on. These guys are not in heaven.
The nine states are meant to be the pilot states. Until the other states come up with their social register.
Who are these guys in this 9 states? 1 million divided by 9. Simple arithmetic. You'll be getting something like almost 111,000 people in a state. Something is going on and people around are not celebrating it. 111,000.1 activities of people going on in a state, and these guys are not celebrating such a development. And you are telling me a group of World Bank is involved?
They are using the data from the
Which
World
of
Bank.
the data? Nigerians don't even have the data of themselves. And an international body is telling us that he has our own data in his head.
Okay.
Are we working on their own templates? Or we should have our own templates?
Okay.
Now, one of the campaign promises of Muhammadu Buhari administration is the social intervention program conceived as palliative measures to touch the lives of Nigerians, especially the unemployed and the most vulnerable.
The Nigerian government provided 500 billion naira for the social intervention programs in the 2016 budget, and it's still there for 2017. I may add, 5% of the 500 billion naira has been released. That's 25 billion naira. The release of another 40 billion naira for the program is underway.
Now, the social intervention program is in different phases. The first phase is the homegrown school feeding program, which aims to provide a meal for pupils in school. The target is 5.5 million primary school pupils in all Nigerian states. The second is the N-Power Job Scheme, which is focused on job creation. This will cater for 500,000 university graduates who will be trained, deployed to local communities, and they will receive a monthly stipend of 30,000 naira for 2 years.
200,000 beneficiaries have been selected in the first phase. The third phase, which is the focus of our discussion right now, is a conditional cash transfer, CCT, to the poorest and most vulnerable Nigerians, a total of 1 million in the first year. They will be given 5,000 naira monthly over a period of 2 years.
Now, the federal government has already budgeted 500 billion naira in the 2017 budget spending. The plan for the continuation of the program. Now, a few days ago, the federal government disclosed that it has begun the payment of the 5,000 naira monthly stipend to the vulnerable, and that funds for the commencement of the commencement of the payments in 4 states has been released to the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System. That's NIBS.
9 states are to benefit from this first batch. The states are Borno, Kwara, Bauchi, Cross Rivers, Niger, Kogi, Oyo, Ogun, and Ekiti. Of those 9 states, Borno, Kwara, and Bauchi have started receiving the money, while the others will commence soon. So Fayoshe's complained that they've not gotten the money in Ekiti, and my own state as well. Perhaps I should put a call through and find out if they've gotten in Kogi. I don't think they have done that yet.
Well, it's something we have to make confirmations as we get along. But according to the federal government, the 9 pilot states were chosen because they have an existing social register that successfully identified the most vulnerable and poorest Nigerians through a tried and tested community-based targeting method working with the World Bank.
Malaya, we want to hear this, okay? But we will say it anyway. All the funds approved for the federal government's social intervention programs are domiciled with the Ministry of Budget and National Planning. All right, time for question. You have cooled off now, really. Okay, but let's look at the campaign promises was 5,000 naira in 2015 during the election. Between 2015 and now, a lot has happened. Inflation rate then was about 9-point-something%. Now is about 18.7%. Really, does the 5,000 naira, does it really mean much?
Your question answered that question.
Yes.
Answered whatever you want to observe in my own response. If at the time they were talking of 5,000 naira, the dollar rate to naira is about 220, 250.
190.
So then the government is not sincere. The government is not sincere. 10,000 now ought to be 11,000 naira now, because the dollar rate is within 4 to 500 exchange. Come to think of it, why the 9 states first? Why 2 years? You know what that's going to cost Nigeria? You are talking of almost 60 billion naira. 60 billion naira. What is the budget of the health sector? What is the budget of education? How much are you giving to the minister of the 3 office, that you now felt that you so much love the poor that you want to give them stipend now. Are you not giving them what you are taking away from them almost immediately? These same people don't use gas. They use kerosene. They buy bottle. They don't buy gallon. How much is a bottle of kerosene? From this same 5,000 naira? And at the time the promises was made, the kerosene was sold for 80 naira, 120 naira. How much is that liter of kerosene now? Who is fooling who? And I pity the president of this country and the vice.
Why is that?
I'm beginning to see a shock here, giving him a wrong impression of what is happening on the street.
Well, you don't think the president and the vice president, but you don't think the president...
Of 9 states, divided by 36 states. So what is happening to the rest? Those ones are rich.
Yeah, but
they
have to commence from somewhere.
I'm not saying they should not start. Why those states? Can you give reasons to Nigerians? Why you chose those states? They are the poorest of them all in Lagos. Listen, forget the part of what is going on in Lagos. Okay. There are poor people in Lagos who forget jackets.
All right.
Forget all this makeup.
Mr. Molayo, the reason we are here...
From Abule back to Ikeja.
Yeah, the reason we are here is for clarification. And of course, reaction. So we'll take it a bit easy so we can understand.
How easy do you want
so we can understand when we can understand ourselves.
Are you going to take it when there is sunlight?
Mr. Molayo.
How easy are you going to take it when you cannot fill your car? How easy can you take it? The person you are giving that 5,000 naira to, that woman is going to send it to one of his sons in Lagos. Because the guy is not even living. He's just existing. He's not living a life. This is a nation where the grown-up women, the old women now bring gari from the village to meet their son in Lagos and appeal to their son that it shall be well. Are they the people you are giving this 5,000 naira?
All right, but would you say it shouldn't be given in the first place? Is that what you're saying?
There are other things to be taken care of. I'm not saying they should not give it. Right. And let's ask question. Why must it be the federal government? What are the legislators doing in their house? Oh, thank God for Dino Melaye that exposes something that I love to see recently. That moves in trucks of material to his own constituency. I mean, senatorial district. Trucks of rice, trucks of canopy, trucks of roofing sheet, which means these senators can manage the affairs, the well-being of their areas. If one man could ship such an item, and I was told, I don't want to name anybody, a senator was distributing yam to his own people as Christmas gifts, for God's sake. In our country, Nigeria, where we are the giant of Africa, of the rest, almost 53 countries underneath, something is wrong somewhere.
All right, let's come back to the basics. Because we need to, apart from the agitation, apart from the...
Do you know I need 10,000 naira? Do you know I need that 5,000 naira too?
Shola, everyone needs.
I don't think you need it.
It's call and answer.
But let's have an understanding here. When we talk about vulnerable, the poor and the most vulnerable, can you really give us a description, a mind picture of who that most vulnerable is? In true terms, forget about the federal government now. Let's talk.
Everybody now is vulnerable. Everybody. Before the election, before the sale of NEPA, they told us that if they can increase the tariff, then we have stability. Not first time, not second time, from 55 kobo per unit. The tariff being paid now is 21 naira point something kobo. So who is not vulnerable? Is it because you don't check that bill? You don't know that there is wahala?
We all check the
And now they're beginning to tell us that they have to increase it again. This is the same story. So by the time we have stability in electricity, maybe the rate will be 500 naira or 200 naira per unit. So who is not vulnerable here?
And the word is most vulnerable.
The word most. What is most?
But that's
you are poor, you are poor.
That's what the federal government says.
You are poor, you are poor. The issue of very poor or small poor, if you don't have it, you don't have it.
All right, Shola, let's also
What is vulnerable?
Yeah, let's see it this way. Even
This is
before
a country where
hang
I
on.
see
Shola,
a director
Shola,
of a
hold on.
company,
Yeah,
a director of a company cannot even send the student to school.
Shola,
It's just the title of a director is just there. The salary is not up to par.
the concept of poor Nigerians or vulnerable Nigerians have been around for quite some time. And this government came and saw how things are and decided, okay, for the first time in the history of this country, let's come up with a program to see how we can ameliorate or at least reduce the kind of circumstances that the very poor Nigerians have been going through. Forget about whether it has happened or not. The idea itself,
See,
what do you think?
in the faith that I believe in, the Lord Jesus, whom I believe, that answer, understand what money can do. Before you talk about money, you create an enabling environment for your people. And what did he do? After talking to them, ministering to them, he said, let's get this guy food. He talks to his followers, the governors, the ministers who are behind him. He said, let's get this guy food. You know what they told him? They checked the system. They checked their own understanding system. That, look, where can we get food for these guys? It is obvious. They are the extreme of need. And they said, based on their financial understanding, their economic environment, what they have in their hand cannot feed these people, which is true. Can this government, for the first time, begin to talk to Nigerians? Let us hear them talk. Let them talk to us on what they want to do for us, how they are beginning to do it. Let us also see the will in them, that they are up to something.
5,000.
That is the leadership.
5,000 to 1 million
listen,
Nigerians.
Just like that 5,000. You know why they won't start with all the nation? Because they can't meet the need. Our income, based on what they are telling us, cannot meet the need of the whole federation. And that's not fair. It's not fair.
All right.
Okay? If we know we don't want to do it, let's hold it now.
But
But
it
let me
is-
also tell you.
But is
if
that
you
where
can-
you have the groundswell?
Sure.
Not starting everything uniform.
Sure.
No, but the point there is, if you have started with some states now,
So if you fail, if this nine state fails, others lost in the share.
no, but you know that there are peculiarities with each of the states. All the states are not equal. You already have, okay, fine. They came up to say, okay. Even in fact, from what they have done now, it shows that the government has come out to agree that
Who
we
are
know.
My question again, as a layman, who are these governments?
The
Because
office-
it takes the three arms to form a government. And if these three arms are not in cohesion, if they are not in the same path, they are not following the same train of leading us somewhere, we are missing something here. Something must be wrong. Even the executive themselves might not be getting it right. Because if the governors who ought to be a help to the executive power at the national level are not flowing with the train, how do you want to sort out this thing?
This is a
The
campaign
legislative
promise.
body.
This is a campaign promise of the federal government.
Oh no!
This
no,
the 5,000. The
no, my
5,000.
sister,
No,
my
no, it
sister.
is the
No,
5,000
no,
naira.
no, I won't
the
take
fi-
it.
No,
I won't take
you
it.
don't have to take it, but that's the fact.
But let
The
me tell you,
5,000.
a
Hold on,
campaign
please.
promise
Please
has not
hold
become
on. Please
a
hold
national
on.
issue.
Please hold on and calm down.
But
Let
they
me
knew
make
they
my
were going
point,
to be able
please.
to do it.
Yes. It's a 5,000 naira is a campaign promise of the federal government. The federal government is a government of the APC. It belongs to the whole country as it is right now. There's a campaign promise. The state governors didn't make that promise. The federal government made that promise. So you think you want to coerce the state governors to promise to make good on what they have not promised? It's not going to be, a palatable decision for them.
Do you say a campaign promise by a party APC? The implementation is not for APC members.
Yeah, exactly. That's
In
why
fact, they have been fair to spread it even beyond the APC
Which is
states.
a good thing.
So you will not say we are talking about campaign promise now.
It is a campaign
It's
promise.
it has now become one of the program of Nigerians.
Indeed.
It is no more
But you can't force in the state. You can't force in the state government to buy into it. The federal government made this promise, so let them start. Perhaps if the state government see that this is laudable, they can buy into it. They can buy into it later. But right now, this is what the federal government is doing.
Are you saying state like Ekiti, that is a PDP state, should reject this?
No, that's what we're saying.
That's not the point.
That's what he's saying.
We are talking of implementation.
I'm saying that a promise has become a program of the government, and that's where we are missing it.
All right, Shola.
Once after the election, and Nigerians must wake up to this reality. All promises will be fulfilled, I agree. But let me tell you, after the election, all the parties should go under. Let the president be in charge.
That's what's going on
You
right
understand?
now.
And if the president needs to go in charge, he must involve all the arms of his government to be part and parcel of his program. Because after this regime, another government will come in and they must follow suit.
We'll practice through federalism
If
to
that
an
is the same-
extent
if that
in
is what we are
Nigeria.
saying, if that is
We
what we are
practice
saying.
federalism to an extent in
To
Nigeria.
what extent?
Well, that's
No.
another thing. But really,
I think you need to clarify that. The what extent?
to an extent that the
To the
state
extent to which the constitution of the government
allows.
provides for.
Okay.
If it is
So
a
the-
true
so the state
federalism or
government-
not, that's a
Okay,
different
let's
thing.
leave it at that.
Yeah.
I like
so
that.
the state government to an extent are autonomous. They make their own decision to
That's
a
what I'm
large
saying.
extent.
Just like
So
you
you
just said.
can't
Are you now
coerce
saying
them.
the PDP says you reject
They
this?
don't have to
Shola.
reject it.
That means the
They don't have
Constitution
to
now,
reject it.
The Constitution has consumed the ideology of APC.
Shola.
The Constitution has consumed it. So the president is working for Nigeria now, not APC as a party.
Exactly. No, nobody's even talking about APC here in the first place.
But
The
you
point-
just said it that it's a campaign promise.
But-
That
but-
is what you are saying.
but
And
certainly
that is
it
why I
was.
said we should drop that and talk about the program of the government.
The point there is that every government that comes to power, we don't have to go into the lecture rooms for this. Every government that goes into power certainly must have to fly on the shoulders of a political party. There has to be a
I'm not
campaign.
denying that. But I'm
Exactly.
talking about
So,
the program we are having now. It is a constitutional program, and the resources of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is being put to use, not the party. If you talk about the party, okay, I will tell you. Even if we have to run it, let all the APC states run their promises. You will discover that if care is not taken, we'll be having a one-party state in a due time.
Now,
because
all the political parties...
What Senator Oluremi Tinubu has been doing in Lagos as an individual, I have not seen some other senators from other regions doing that.
Yeah, but
If
you
not
just
for the
mentioned
reason-
Dino
I
Melaye,
said,
who did
if
so much
not
for his people.
I just mentioned, if not for the one that Dino Melaye is just doing. And this honorable senator has been paying some people a lot of money.
Okay.
From what he gets there.
Shola, from every observation you have had on this issue right now, what good thing do you think? How do you think the people are going to benefit from? What impact is this going to have on the people? Let us assume that the money is actually paid to 1 million Nigerians.
No different. Just like you are campaigning and you give people money, because they are going to what they are using this money for cannot be too relevant. You are talking of 5,000 naira divided by 25 or 30 per day. It's not even enough for a wayagoin in the morning. Because for you to eat a wayagoin, averagely satisfied, you buy 100 naira own. Okay?
For the benefit of those who are watching outside of the Yoruba speaking area, what is a wayagoin?
That is Latin. You explain it.
It's beans. Why is beans? Okay, so.
So, yeah, it's a special beans, cooked by the Togolese.
Is it special?
Yeah, very special one. Okay. Okay, you can do that. Maybe you are Botish. So, but you need a wagon of 100 naira. And the bread you will manage, it's not that the bread is the original bread anymore. Just 100 naira bread. It's just like you are buying pop-off. Because they will blow the bread that you think is big, is a lie. Once you squeeze it together, you're your own. And if care is not taken, you are going to borrow water. So how are you going to do it with 150 naira? Please, can somebody help me to divide 5,000 by 30? Let's assume that you are using that to feed yourself. What is this money for? Well, you know, this government would have just, please, when you get to office, like the president is a sincere president, and he got into office and noticed a lot of wrongs in there. All he would have done is to come to Nigeria and say, okay, we have 10 programs for Nigeria. Can you please allow us do 2-3 things? And what are these things? Give Nigeria light today. Nigeria will transform. Nigerians will transform. You don't even need to. They won't even remember you promised them 5,000 naira. They won't. Because
instead,
some of these people that you are saying vulnerable, you are going to ask question. Kayode Fayemi, the former governor of Ekiti State, in his own program of this 5,000 naira in Ekiti, the way they screen their people is to ask them questions. Once an old woman can identify his son to be staying somewhere like Abuja, Lagos, or Port Harcourt, you are disqualified. Because they believe such a son must be doing something that could also render a good service to the family
in return.
And this is not true. It's not that method.
In the 2017 budget, 100 million naira has been budgeted for utensils, kitchen utensils for Aso Rock Villa. Does that in any way, if you add what that budget says and what the 5,000 naira would do for the poor Nigerians,
I don't know what that billion naira is for. If we are going to be eating this African food,
no, utensils, not food. It's kitchen utensils, 100 million naira.
The spoon you will be using, please, where are they getting this spoon from? How much will they buy one spoon? Then how many visitors will they have in a year? Is it that after using your spoon and your plate, you throw it off? Or you pack it to your house? Because last year, before Jonathan left office, the same utensils was also in the budget. So please, these are questions that when you hear these things, you don't even know what to say. You don't know how to address it. Because if you ask too many questions, they say you are against the government. So, I don't understand. 100 billion.
Million.
Okay, is it 100 million? Whichever way it is, please, how much is a spoon? The ones they used last year, what happened to it? The plate, who broke the one in Aso Rock? Let us know. Maybe we need to probe those who are in the kitchen. Because we have kitchen cabinets, those who don't go to kitchen. And we have the kitchen officers who work in the kitchen. Can somebody, for the first time, please call these people and let us know why they need millions of naira to buy cup? How much are they selling one cup?
If they added 100 million naira to this intervention fund, would they have helped? That's really the question.
I don't know. You are only asking me this question, no? And I'm saying, why must we have such an amount of money every year? Every year. So, for 5 years, we are having almost 500 million naira to buy kitchen equipment. Kitchen equipment, utensils here. That is why they lock it. We don't understand it. They use it to buy kitchen equipment, pots, cup, glass cup, tea cup, any cup. And what again are they using in kitchen? Amorogun. What is it called?
The cooking spoon.
Not that cooking spoon. The one they use in turning all the bitters and eba and everything. Where are they getting that one from?
Oh, the turning stick.
The turning stick. God bless you. Where are they getting that one from too? Is it not in Nigeria? Wow.
All right, Shola, let's come back home one way or the other. You were saying earlier on that if light if power is provided, as the case may be, we turn
Power,
around.
give us light. Even
So-
God in heaven, when he had problem
Let
and
there
he
be-
chose to rebuke, he said, let
Let
there
there be
be light. If
Fine.
there is no light,
So
nothing
in that-
is
in
going
that
to
case-
function.
in that case,
Listen,
let's summarize.
Prepare yourself,
Shola.
Yam is being sold for 400 naira 3 months ago because there is no light, no silo where you can store some of these things. The same yam has gone up to 1,100 now. That one is not dollar, it is the weather. That is not dollar. It's because you don't have where to store these things.
Shola, let me summarize what you're saying now. Are you saying that that money that was earmarked for the social intervention program shouldn't be, and
No,
it should be?
should be suspended. And if you want to start everything. If you don't have the money, keep it. Keep it, save it. Put it in health.
So what happens
There
to
is
the,
an hospital. There is an
what happens
hospital
to
in
the
my
vulnerable poor?
state.
What
There is
happens
an
to the poor
hospital, a
people?
general hospital in my state. If you can just spend 50 million on that general hospital, oh, you will save life. You don't even need to give this old woman 5,000 naira.
All right.
Before they start celebrating.
A lot of people have complained. In fact, you said it here yourself that the government needs to talk to the people, connect with the people.
So we can
now,
respond.
government decided to come up with
Obasanjo
this.
did something in this country. When, by the grace of God, he will grow much older. By the time Obasanjo dies or leave, okay, you know those who should celebrate him more? The fashion designer. Because it was Obasanjo that made Nigerians to begin to wear Ankara.
All right.
You understand it?
Back to the same issue now, because
give us-
federal government decided, let us connect with these very vulnerable poor
And
people.
like, it is not 5,000 naira a vulnerable. Kerosene is expensive. Bring it down.
So if
Let these people get access to some of these few things.
yeah, but shouldn't they
They
start
can't
from
even buy
somewhere?
generator. Let there be light. Can you understand? Every grammar we've been speaking all this while. It is like an hungry man is an angry man. Give them light. They have children that can feel for their parents. Do you know that these vulnerable people you are talking about, they are the same people that were retrenched unprepared. The same people that were sacked. The same people. These vulnerable people you are talking about, they are still going to be part of this 4 million that have lost their job recently. You okay? I want to believe that some people are given a wrong information to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria
But the president-
and the Vice President.
But the president and the vice president campaign round this country.
Oh, my brother, I understand.
They know what is on ground before they even came up with this program in the first
You
place.
don't understand when you are shook. If you want to understand what human beings are, just organize a birthday party. Before you know that, after the party, your best friend will tell you, do you know I did not eat in that party? Because the guy that you place to be given drink has also invited his own people for the same party. You are not aware of.
All right, this your point brings us to some concerns that because of this data, lack of data, verifiable data, Nigerian, that not from the World Bank, that this particular scheme is subject to fraud and corruption.
Obviously. We don't even know. Somebody is telling me the numbers of people that live in my house. I don't even know these people myself. I don't have the reality of their person. So whatever is taken away from me, I can question it. So it could be bitter, but can Nigeria for the first time allow us to go and have an appropriate censor? Do you know we might not even go into censor just by telling Nigerians that, listen, for you to access anything in this country, for you to pay for your child to be allowed in school, for you to have any medical treatment in any of the government hospital, go and have your national ID card. With that, you can even have your data. Go and have your national ID card. With that, you begin to have an understanding of the numbers of people that is governing you. This banking rules, this PBN also can be used, okay? That all the people that have bank documents, they should come with their national ID card for.
If you're talking about the most vulnerable, how many of them really can open bank accounts?
You see, they go to hospital. I'm telling you the channels that we could use.
Okay.
Both the hospital, and that is why the government must create an environment where job will be easier for them. Okay? If you want to do anything, tell them because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want you people to have your national ID card based on this kind of a development that will be coming up. If you can have your national ID card, these are the benefits you are going to be having. This is how you need to run your state. Because there are people that are in government that you can't chase away. You can't just clean them up immediately. But they are also a kind of, they are weed in this kind of a system. So even if you have a good mind, they have your own mind too. Understand the fact that it is not everybody that wants you to succeed. Some people are just there to chunk you down. And let us face reality here. 2019 has commenced. Just that we will wait. After May 29, the show has started. And
May,
I just
May 29 this year?
Yes, after May 29, the road to 2019 will commence in the full force. And the only person that will be left in the cabinet, in this cabinet, that will be sincere to themselves and themselves alone, is going to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and his vice president and every other person that we feel have the love of Nigeria at heart. Everybody will begin to pursue their own ambition. And I can tell you, some of them will not be working well.
Okay, you consistently mention the lawmakers and what they are doing for their constituency. You're aware that there's a bill right now as we speak on constituency projects asking for 20% of the budget to go into constituency projects for their constituents. Will that help in any way?
They've always had that rule. The question is, the individual matters here. The people you vote in office in every of your area will determine what comes out of your local government or constituency. Let me tell you, when you find a stingy man becoming a pastor, a stingy man getting born again, end up becoming a pastor, your church roof will be leaking, it will be telling you spend prudently, don't let us waste money, and the church roof will be dripping water, okay? Even the door, if care is not taken, you will have to hang it with cloth. Because your pastor will be checking every cupboard. Prudency. But when you find somebody who is a spender, becoming a socialist, becoming a celebrity, becoming a pastor, my God, you don't need to. You will not need to be told to give your life to Christ before you see this church. Say, this one at church, I give my life to Jesus.
Okay, so
in this kind of a government,
yes.
In this kind of a government, if you don't create an avenue of telling Nigerians, this is what we have, this is what we can give you, and you make a proof of it, everybody will be turning their back. And you know people are afraid of this government than the military.
Why is that?
I don't know. They fear Buhari.
Okay.
You
All right,
understand?
Shola. All right, Shola.
Even in the fear, they are not sincere about it, because if you are afraid of someone, are you respecting him or you are afraid of him? A lot of the people on the streets, they are not respecting the government. They are only afraid of the government. Because even they are so scared of telling the truth, because they feel that telling the truth could lead them where they don't want. So they hold on.
All right,
so they will only fear. And if the person in charge don't see that as a kind of a bait, too bad.
Before we leave now, the government has already commenced the 5,000 naira stipend payment to vulnerable people. How can we help the government succeed?
We can't help the government, Jerry. When it was voicemail, that money has gone. Because who are the people disbursing this money? They just told us that it has passed electronic. I'm not an electrician, so I don't know how to trace the electric part of the system.
You're being sarcastic. You know what NIBS is talking about, the interbank system.
I'm sarcastic.
You're being sarcastic.
Am I a banker?
You don't
But
have to be, but that
account.
is the system.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to
you
be a
run bank
banker,
accounts.
yes.
So are you saying I've seen the 5,000? I've never.
Hey, it's possible you are not among
the most vulnerable.
How do you know? Because I'm dressed like this.
Oh yes, you look well fed.
And if somebody is having AIDS, how would you know?
Well, how do we help government?
How do we help government?
Your wristwatch alone is more than 5,000 naira.
For that Ashton.
Shola,
How do we help government?
How do we help government, really?
We've just been saying it here that the government needs to check within and accept mistakes. You see, in this country, leadership is about accepting their mistakes and turning around over again. Once we can begin to find leaders that are saying, we've done it wrong, give us another chance, the better for us. That is the way out. Because concerning this money, I don't know. I hope somebody is not going to be probed at the end of the day. And if that is done, that just told you that the program has failed before it started.
Yeah, but anyway, to put it straight, they said they are paying the monies directly to these people.
Beneficiaries, they just go to the
We'll
bank.
follow up and then see how things.
And
Shola,
when
thank
you are following up,
Sure.
also use the data of Tai Shulang
No problem.
when he was given that office
All right.
of such.
Shola Omolayo, thank you very much for coming on the program this
Thank you.
morning.
Thank
we wish
you.
you well.